Hi there and welcome to the Beach House Garden Diary. In this video, I'm going to introduce you the absolutely unexpected, insane garden transformation, which took about 3.5 days to finish. Join me to this journey.
Good morning! Today, my friend is going to rent a tiny garden tractor and comes to help me out to smooth out these huge soil piles that I ordered just yesterday in the hopes that I can improve the soil in the park forest and make it more accessible for the robotic lawnmowers. So this is what we try to do today, and I hope we are successful. And the first place where we are going to start is this flower bed here. I used it to grow the pumpkins, and on the very first year it really did look quite okay, but unfortunately after that maybe the soil dried out or got poor in nutrition. I really don't know what happened, but I never got any pumpkins there anymore. So this needs to leave because it's very hard to trim, first around it and then on top of it. Then we have from the close these huge soil piles, and these soil piles are coming. Let me show where they are coming. They are coming to the park forest, and the rocks from the pumpkin bed are going to be placed here in this new mulch bed, where we already removed the rocks, the tiny ones which were not big enough to surround the fireplace. That looks good. And then a bigger one have to start supporting this area here, to kind of protect this area and create a tiny mulch bed there. Similarly to this one there in the background, which is very, very overgrown. But it's still quite okay. And the last part, I'm gonna flip my camera, is this area here where my fence was before. And we are trying to figure out with this new amount of soil, what can we do to improve it. So this is what we try to do today, and I hope that we are at least somewhat successful. That would be a big help. Yay! The machine is here with the ramp and all.
First start with dismantling the pumpkin bed. Rock by rock we remove the old bed structures and first form a hole in there.
We have removed half the stones, which are now beautifully set around the birch trees to form a mulch bed. The mulch bed is taking shape in here, and I'm currently working with this side. So the next task is to fill the gaps with this mulching canvas or root protection canvas, and then lay this cardboard on top of it, then lay the mulch, and then I'm gonna leave it like that for today. What else is happening here is that we are making another mess in the back garden to windproof the future fence. As you can probably hear from the wind sound that it is windy again. So we are just trying to smooth it out for the robotic lawnmowers and build some solid surface for the fence. The posts symbolize 3 different options where to terminate the new fence. We didn't do anything with this part of the fence yet, but we did a lot in here. So basically we smoothed out all the uneven parts below the old fence. It was very soft soil. We still have enough room for the pathway, and now we just need to determine where exactly we want to set the new posts. It's probably exactly where I'm walking at the moment. Basically the goal is that we terminate the new fence just under this tiny slope. It's so lovely to have your own piece finally to eat after a hard day in the garden. We have now started to extend the rose bed because we need to put these big rocks somewhere, as where they were before was not very clever. And this time we make it more clever, as we also place the mulching canvas underneath, so that nobody needs to deweed it too often or trim it too often. Look! Woo! Perfect! Ooh, this is coming together. Wow, I'm just completely impressed. This is becoming a new central or focal point of my garden. I wasn't expecting that when we started today, but I'm super happy how it's evolving. So now I'm going to put some more of these tiny little beaks to hold in the canvas, and then I'm going to wash the stones to reveal the actual beauty and color of them. So I'm so excited. Now that the mulch canvas is set in place, it's time to wash the stones and reveal the actual color of them. Look at that. Oh. I think now I need a water fountain here. How cool would be that? I think about it. But honestly, there's no words. I am just super impressed.
However, there was also some areas that I was not so impressed about. And these were the tiny rocks and rubble in the new soil, which meant there will be a lot of raking to come. When these piles were delivered, the tiny rocks were not visible in the piles, so I couldn't even point these out to the delivery guy. All in all, that was supposed to be an unfiltered soil pile.
Wow, what a couple of crazy days these were. I can't remember a time when I got so much done in my garden. First, you can see here was the pumpkin bed. Not here anymore. And there is a new focal point of my garden, which is the rose bed, extended with the rocks from the pumpkin bed. That looks just so good. Look at that. There's still some peaks that I need to put down. Of course, there's mulch that has to be carried on. There are plants that I need to plant on this flower bed. I'm thinking of some oriental grasses in this part, and perhaps some sun-loving plants in the front. Here were the huge soil piles, luckily also not here anymore. Everything raked together except for tiny piles of rubble that was inside the soil. We filled in some parts of the garden where the roots were exposed and the robots got stuck. Look at that gorgeous bonfire place in the background. That's gonna be a good fire. And there we have a new mulch bed ready for use. There are a couple of stones that still need to be moved around, but we just ran out of time. So here is the most wildest part of this mulch bed, and you can see there is a tiny pumpkin growing here this year. I have to still distribute the mulch in this part, but that's a tiny bit of work. Here we have prepared other parts of the mulch bed. This is from a self-made mulch. This got here from between the garden beds. So that's an old pine mulch. This is also a self-made mulch. And look how pretty are these stones. Of course, the sun is also shining so beautifully through the trees at the moment that anything here would be pretty, I guess, but these stones are looking gorgeous, to my eye at least. Very happy about the result. And the part I was the most afraid of is this part here. We were trying to prepare the land so that we can install a new fence here, and the whole soil surface had to be quite smooth, not too steep, so that they could actually climb up and down. And this is what we have in here. All raked out. Only the lawn seed has to be planted here. So this is looking very promising and it's making me very happy. So yes, these were the 2 days of maximum stretching in the garden, and I'm now hoping that I can have some rest or actually do some work because the rest time is over. Until next time, see you.
Ooh, and it was time for an overview. My brother was visiting me and he had his drone with him again. So we flew over the land to see how we have transformed it over the past couple of days. The beach looks gorgeous like always. It's so much greener than in the springtime now, of course. To be honest, everything is green. But you can still see the brown patches where the new soil piles were and where we were digging the land to smooth it out a bit. And here you can also see the gorgeous new rose bed in the forming. And finally, it was time to lay the mulch. I was so tired of raking all this area that it took me at least a week to recover. And that rose bed area was huge. To fill in this right side part, it took at least 4 big carriages of mulch. I was then raking everything down to make it smooth and see if there was still some areas where I needed some more. I was also laying some leftover terrace material to kind of hold the mulch in place. And I really like how it turned out. This makes me so happy.
And this is how much mulch we have left, and we need to cover the whole second part of the rose bed with that. So let's hope that it's going to be enough.
Three carriage piles later, and it was clear that it will not be enough to cover all of the rose bed. But it looks great regardless. I just had to order a new pile, and here it comes. Ta-ta! A new mulch pile. Let's go. As the robotic lawnmowers were also very rigorously working there, during the time I was trying to do the mulching, there was actually a moment where I was packing off from raking, stepped on the robotic lawnmower and fell on my back. That was so funny.
Woohoo! This gorgeous thing is ready. We're so happy!
Anyway, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this garden transformation. Let me know what is the most unexpected garden transformation that you have had in your garden, and how many days did it take you to finish this. I wish you all the best and take care.